Hi, everyone. We're so excited to have you join the Medstar team. My name is Vanya. I'm going to be helping you with some of the onboarding training skills. Today, I have some quick tips just to help you get logged into the app and get started. And hopefully, you've already booked your training time with your client success manager, and they're going to go into all the fun ways that we use our app and our lead conversion strategies to help make you super successful. So first things first, you should have received an email from us that looks like this. And in the email, it's got some really great information. This is the link that you will click to access our app from a desktop, laptop device. There is also a mobile app version of the app, which would be for a phone or an iPad if that's how you plan to access the app. So if you were to go to the App Store, you would look for this lead connector, and you will download this from the App Store, and the login is the same whether you're accessing the desktop version on app.medstarmedia.com or you are logging into the app version that would be on your phone. Now, you can't log into this version from a phone. So like you can't go and open up an internet browser window on like your phone and click this link. If you're going to be using a phone or iPad, you need to download the app, which again is Lead Connector. Looks like this. But for today, I'm going to quickly show you how to log in from a desktop laptop. So you're going to click this link, and this is your username for logging on and your password. And it's got a little reminder here, but you can't copy and paste the password in. For some reason, it doesn't work. You're going to have to manually type it in. If you have any problems trying to log in, just reach out to your client success manager and they can walk you through that process. You're also going to have an option to have your code emailed or texted to you. I really recommend having it texted to you. There is sometimes a long delay on the login codes for getting emailed. So if you have clicked this link and logged in, you should be looking at a screen that looks just like this. Congratulations, you logged in. You've completed step one. So the first place we're going to start today is over here on the left. And this right here is the launch pad. And this is the first screen that opens up when you log in. And it gives you a lot of options for different things to connect. I don't recommend connecting to any of these at this point. If you're interested in learning more about any of these components, definitely reach out to your client success manager and they'll go over the pros and cons of it with you and how to use these tools. And we can definitely help you connect any of these things that you think will be useful for you and your team. For now, we are only going to go over dashboard, and I'm over here on the left, conversations, and opportunities. And we'll get into all of that in a second. So we've got a few more things to go through on this email. And if you want to save this email, star it, keep it handy, you are going to want to come back to this probably a few times, especially for the password information if you're like me and you're not great at remembering that. So we've got the login and the ways to access the app. And the app is the main tool that we're going to use to organize your leads, communicate with those leads, and map out where they're at in their conversion process. So it's amazing. It does everything. We've even got more in-depth classes after you get started with us to really maximize all the things that the Medstar app can do for you. Now, we've also got a lead sheet, which is a backup to the app. So the lead sheet, and the link is here, is a spreadsheet that updates in real time that also records all of your leads. So anytime anyone fills out a form on one of your landing pages, that information is going to populate as a contact in the app. And a contact looks like this. Is a little contact card here. They're also going to populate as the next line on this spreadsheet, and it's going to have the lead's name, their email, their phone number, some information about where that lead came from, the service that they're interested in, and the timestamp, the date and time that the lead filled out the form. We've got some extra columns over here, but these would only be used in an emergency where you can't access the app for whatever reason. Maybe you're locked out, maybe the app is going through an update, you still want to keep careful notes, you could write some here. These columns over here, A through G, please never change any of the information in them, delete them, erase them, correct something in it. This needs to remain untouched, almost archival quality. It is a long record, the main record of all the leads that have ever filled out a form on your landing pages. Now, why do we give you access to the lead sheet and also access to the app? These are your leads, and we want to make sure that you can access them at any point in time, that there's never a delay in getting back to a lead. And technology isn't perfect, although we love it and it makes our lives easier. So we have two different ways that you can always access it. So if for some reason your team's logged out of the app, nobody knows the password, your team can still always access this lead sheet. And it's got all of the information you're going to need to stay in contact with your leads and get to them sooner rather than later. Now, again, I just want to repeat, please do not change anything in any of the cells. Do not delete any of the squares. Do not delete any of the columns. Do not correct any information. It needs to remain untouched. If you do, for some reason, need to put in any kind of a note, you can use the columns that are H and heading towards the right. So some great information about this lead sheet is if you have not yet had the training for how to use the app, but we've turned your ads on, this is where you can go to see what leads you get and get in contact with them. So from the moment that we send this link to you, you're going to want to open it up, maybe create a shortcut on your desktop to access it really quickly, bookmark it, make it available to everyone, because you're going to want to start monitoring this as soon as possible and stay on top of it until we get you going with the app training and your team feels comfortable using that tool. In the beginning, you can get in touch with people by calling them, but just know that we are sending an automated text and email that they receive the second that they fill out that form. So this is a really great tool for making follow-up phone calls to the leads. But we'll get into all that in a moment. There's just one more thing I want to show you in this email, and that is the reference guides at the bottom. They're super helpful. There's going to be a variety of them, including how to clear your cookies, to keep the app updated. We have a really great tool that shows you really quick how to start messaging your leads right away. There's going to be how-to guides. So I definitely recommend not skipping the attachments. Go ahead and download them, print them out, share them with your team, at least take a look at them, and make sure that you save this email, because this is the main point for all the login information and getting started information until your onboarding training. So that's all I have for this video. Our next video, we're going to start getting into the app. We're going to start looking at the different components. We're going to really talk about what dashboard can do for you, conversations, opportunities, and pipelines. There's a few more videos breaking down each of these sections. So go on ahead and start watching the second video. Thanks so much. I'm going to see you all in just a moment.